They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's going to bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Bobcats offense takes the field to start this game off. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll try the run. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Baker. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Let's talk for just a second about Ohio. They found some success on the recruiting trail, got a top 25 class. Now the question is, what can they do with it?
It's a top 25 class.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Man, that is a picture-perfect start for this defense. Number one objective, get off the field even better. Third down, force them into a passing situation. You win, you hit the quarterback. Nice start by this D.
Looks it in at the 40. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you... New situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want to teach.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Running into the open space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young to Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
He lofted high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Rides the back and leaves it. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Off play action. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Baker. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Big fella moving. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He's got it near midfield. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. Skips away from pressure. Hit as he throws. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Here's the pressure. He'll throw it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bobcats. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure coming. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Catch in the middle. It's Porter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. He'll do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake.
Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Baker. Gets rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Handoff to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very good.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Baker. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The give on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful. But how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long. You try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. And now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Floating away. Finds a little space. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had... Now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Blue. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Oh, they're after him. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Hansen. And they're able to get him down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 30.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Going to sling it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Now improvising. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Hansen. Made the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Bring in the heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create.
Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. A little release to the back. The Buckeyes will keep this drive going. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the... That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying the left side. Runs through a tackle. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it on the option. He breaks a tackle. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lofts one deep down the right side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Bobcats will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a... Game if he could have held on. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running behind that left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing.
Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. To the air, it's Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Pocket breaking down. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the pressure gets there. Down he goes at the 18. The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Still looking. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They booted away on 4th down. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll move the tight end. To the air. It's Sayin. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown. And this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football.
Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just
it's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He's got an open man. There he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back looking for room. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And the Bobcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The punt team team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Got a man, it's Tate. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch, it's Tate. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. He'll take a shot. Complete downfield. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.